and welcome back to BCTV. I'm Allison Morgan.
And I'm Sadie McKee.
This week we have the return of Public Impressions as Patrick Cook and Connor Reason take on Town East Mall.
With Town West crumbling into disrepair, we came to the east side to see how they view Bishop Carroll. What do you say, Connor?
Let's get to it.
Alrighty. Alright, so how do you feel about Bishop Carroll?
I think it's a pretty decent school. Everybody there seems like a bunch of nice guys, and they come in here and just hang out, so I think it's a good school.
Indeed.
Sir, what do you think about Bishop Carroll?
Bishop Carroll's righteous.
Thank you.
Sir, how do you feel about Bishop Carroll?
I think Bishop Carroll's a pretty good school, has a good atmosphere, good students. So I'm happy to see that all the kids there are excelling in their studies.
Thank you.
What do you think of Bishop Carroll?
I don't know very much about Bishop Carroll, but I am from the west side of Wichita. I actually did support some Capon games this last year, too, in basketball. And I did attend the game where they went into, I think, a fifth overtime, and Bishop Carroll ended up winning. So, you know, I've got to give him props for that, but...
All right, thank you.
So, Mr. Ross, how do you feel about Bishop Carroll?
It's a happy little bush that lives right there.
Intriguing.
All right, sir, what do you think about Bishop Carroll?
Well, personally, I don't know where Bishop Carroll High School is, but it sounds very selective of a school, and I just pick random quotes out of my books whenever people ask me questions, and this one says, all things are difficult before they are easy. So, maybe. Ask somebody an easier question next time. Ask them the most complex question you could possibly imagine. That way you can get something interesting.
Thank you very much, sir. Very enlightening.
Thanks, guys.
Next week is spring break for students. Classes will resume on March 26th with our final Lenten community activity during house time.
We are out of school on Friday, March 30th for Good Friday and April 2nd for Easter Monday.
Tuesday, April 3rd is a testing day for freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Seniors have the day off, so make sure you schedule your college visits accordingly.
And the following Wednesday is a late start. We'd also like to give a shout out to junior Brett Vaughn for scoring a perfect 36 on his ACT. Good job, Brett.
With spring break just around the corner, we sent George Walden to the lunchroom to see what students have planned.
Hello, this is George Walden, and I'm going to be reporting to you from live.
What's your favorite spring break activity?
Floating on the ocean.
All right, who would win, a bear or a gorilla?
I think that's a pretty easy question. It's definitely Riggs Robin.
Okay, Luke, you've just won the state championship. What are you going to do now?
I'm going to join the baseball team and win a state championship with them.
Cool. So, what are you going to do for spring break?
Pues seguramente iré a la playa, o eso es lo que me gustaría. Hablaré bastante con mis padres y mi familia en castellano y seguramente jugaré mucho a tenis.
Let's see. What are your spring break plans?
Yeah, I don't know, sitting on the beach somewhere, doing something fun, all imaginary, of course. Staying home, doing nothing.
Thanks, George.
And next we have Cameron Villa showing off her cooking skills in the first BCTV cook-off against Mr. Mans.
On the first episode of Cook Off with Cam, I go head-to-head with Mr. Mans in a chili cook-off with special guest judge, Mr. Nance.
I'm just going to let you know, I've had better chili out of the dog bowl. Hello, and welcome to the Eagle Eye version of the Great Chili Cook-Off. I'm your host, Jim Nance, legendary taste food connoisseur, and our contestants today are Cam and Mr. Mans. They both prepared chili for me today, and I'm going to taste them and give them my honest opinion, and we're going to see who makes the best chili at Bishop Carroll. Do our chefs want to take a minute to explain to the audience how you made your chili?
Yeah, absolutely. So for my chili, I think the number one thing is you always want to go 2 meats, right? You know, because you never know which meat's going to end up being better. So just throw in 2. I always do 2 meats, a lot of tomatoes. My secret ingredient, a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of zest, a little bit of sweetness. It's just perfect.
See, with mine, I have a bit of sweet and spice. I added some jalapeno and, of course, some brown sugar just to sweeten it up and counteract with the jalapeno. And then, of course, just to add a little zest to it and a little spice, some Italian sausage.
Ooh. Okay. First, I'll taste chili A. Culinary blend of spices and flavors come out. I taste a hint of cinnamon, which I absolutely love in my breakfast cereals. While it's great in Captain Crunch, it's terrible in chili. Thank you, contestant A. Oops, chili B. A flavor explosion. Like a Phil Blanton lab, this could blow up in your intestines at any time. Okay. Another quick review of the chilies. Chili A is legit. It's as legit as Mrs. Fox doing math. And my advice to the chef of chili A is too legit. Too legit, you should quit. That's good. Chili B, I don't understand how chili B even got in this competition. It needs to be served in the finest restaurants on the planet, just not the planet I'm on, okay? My advice to this chef, if you should enroll in the Culinary School of Fine Cooking by McDonald's, okay? With that being said, I have to say that my winner is chili B. Woo! Mr. Mans, you win the prestigious Golden Spatula Award. What do you have to say?
Well, you know, I just want to say this is for all of the, this is for all the underdogs out there who didn't think that my chili could be first place chili. As most of you know, I usually ring up last place in my chili cook-off competition, so this was for all the doubters. Cam, better luck next time.
I saw him slip a 20, everyone. I saw it. I saw him bribe Mr. Nance. But back to you guys.
Thank you.
Good job, guys. That segment sure was spicy.
Now we have Claire Gunner with the sports.
And afterwards, we have Braden Charlton bringing the thunder with announcements.
Kicking off the spring sports season, girls soccer had their first game yesterday against Trinity Academy. And tomorrow is softball's first tournament at the Our Lady of Guadalupe Sports Complex. Wrapping up the winter sports season, girls took first at state bowling and boys took third. Individual, Dylan Malone took first, Parker Tippin took third, and Laura Seiler took third for girls. But we can't forget to mention the exciting weekend in Topeka. Girls took home the 5A state runner-up title, and boys took home the state championship for the first time ever with a 43-41 victory. Congrats, guys. That's all for sports.
Today for lunch is cheese pizza, which is almost as cheesy as these announcements, with tossed salad, carrots, fruit cup, and with a house sandwich being grilled cheese and a fish sandwich. Today's schedule is almost as green as the grass. Congratulations to our forensics team who placed second this past weekend. And now what you all been waiting for, spring break weather for next week. Hope you all have an awesome spring break and we'll see you next time.